And soon and very soon we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King. No more dying there, we are going to see the King. No more dying there, we are going to see the King. No more dying there, we are right here. And so right there again, I do another 7-3-6 via the minor 11. Welcome back, folks, to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about three chords and voicing that is used extensively in gospel piano. And today I'm going to show you the voicing, and I'm going to show you where these chords are usually used most often. So when you hear them in the songs, you'll be like, okay, now I know what that chord is. All right, so that's what we're going to look into today. Stick around. Welcome back, folks. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell if you like this content, and also share this content with someone you believe will find it interesting. Little things like that really go a long way in helping the channel to continue to grow and helping me to continue to provide these content over here. All right, so 3-chord voicing and 3 chords that is used a lot, that I use a lot in my gospel playing. The first one we're going to be taking a look at is the inverted dominant, right? So if we say we're in the key of F, play F major chord, and then we add a minor 7 on top of that. So you take the octave, come down 1, you get the major 7, come down another half step, you get the dominant 7. This is called a dominant 7th chord in root position, right? Because we have the F at the bottom. Now, if we start inverting the chord, put the F at the top, you have a first inversion dominant 7th chord. Put the A at the top, you have a second inversion dominant 7th chord. And then if we put the C at the top, we have a third inversion dominant 7th chord, and this is the one we're going to be taking a look at today. So this is a third inversion dominant 7, and it's also often referred to as an inverted dominant. When you hear people talking about an inverted dominant, they simply mean the 7th of the chord is at the bottom or in the bass. The bass is a 7. It has a very unique sound, and we use it a lot. A popular song that starts with this chord is the Salvation and Glory song. What if learning gospel piano felt easy, inspiring, and actually fun? Welcome to your practice path. Your all-in-one piano learning ecosystem. Learn by ear, track your growth, and stay motivated with precision tools that show exactly where your time is going. No more second guessing what to practice or when to move on. Progress at your pace, build your strengths, and follow a clear path designed for real results. Join thousands of students around the world who are finally making real progress with gospel piano. Start your free trial today. This is the gospel piano journey you've been waiting for. Hallelujah, salvation and, here it is again, and glory, honor and power unto the Lord our God. For the Lord of God is omnipotent, right? See? So you hear that sound, if you're familiar with this popular gospel tune, that's the chord that starts the song. It starts with an inverted dominant. So there are a couple ways you can voice it. Two ways I like to voice it. If I want to go for a big sound, I'll do something like this. I mean, that right there. Sometimes I'll fill it out like that, so I'll play this F chord like that. Sort of like a second inversion triad in the right hand and an octave in the left hand. Sometimes I might play the right hand in a root position, right? So you can really play the right hand whichever way you want. Another way I play it, especially when I have a bass player present, is this way. So it's like the full chord without the root. So I got that rootless voicing in my left hand, and in my right hand I can play whatever I want. Right? So in this particular song, this chord appears twice. So, hallelujah, salvation, and right here again. Same chord, this time it's on the 5. And glory, honor and power unto the Lord our God. So that's the inverted dominant, that's the first one. Take note of the sound, take note of the voicing. The 7th is in the bass, that's what gives it its unique character. And that chord always resolves either down to a 6, but most often to a 4 in second inversion. And we're going to talk about this particular voicing coming up. So that inverted dominant usually resolves that way. Same thing here. It resolves down a half step. It could have resolved to the F, but in this case, it's resolving to a dominant 3. Now the second chord is the minor 11th chord, right? Now you can play the 2 chord as a minor 11. The 3 chord we don't generally play as a minor 11, only in unique places, simply because when we play that minor 11, we always want to add the 9. But if I go to the 3 to play a minor 11, it's going to force me to introduce a non-diatonic tone. This is why playing the 3 chord as a minor 11 is used sparingly, because it really does take you outside the key. You can also play the 6 as a minor 11. These are all diatonic 11th chords. So the 2 as a minor 11 is a diatonic 11. The 6 is a diatonic 11. But those aren't the ones we're going to be looking at today. It's the 7. Yes, and this is why I wanted to point out this one as a popularly used gospel chord. Because if we look at the diatonic makeup of the major scale, if we build a chord on the 7th degree, it's supposed to be a diminish. That's the diatonic chord in every major key. The 7 chord is a diminished chord. But oftentimes in gospel, we will play it as a minor 11. Very weird, right? So if we go back to salvation and glory, I can show you where you can oftentimes use that minor 11. We use it as a passing chord. So, hallelujah, salvation and glory. Right there. So oftentimes when we're going to 6 via a dominant 7, because this is a dominant 7 chord, the 3 is a dominant 7, going to 6. Oftentimes before going to that 3, we can slip in that 7 as a minor 11. Now there are 2 ways you can voice it. You can voice it root position. I find that this chord works nicely as a root position chord. So we go to the 7th degree, we build a minor chord, and yes, we're playing a non-diatonic tone because we're in the key of F here. Right, so remember we talk about the diatonic chord for the key of F. That 7 should be diminished. In this case, we're changing that to a minor, right? So this is a borrowed chord. And then we add the 7, then we add the 9, another non-diatonic chord. I mean non-diatonic tone, because in the key of F we don't have F sharp. And then we have the A. So we have two non-diatonic tone built on the 7, right? So we go, hallelujah, salvation, and instead of going straight to the 3, glory, we just go to the 7, glory. Now part of why this works is because the melody is already on the A, glory. So whether we're playing the A or the minor 11, it still works with the melody because this is going to the A anyhow, right? So we call this a 2-5 passing. But specifically, we use this minor 11, in this case, on that 7 chord. Salvation and glory, then to the A7. Honor and power unto the Lord our God. Again, for the Lord, Lord of God is omnipotent. Now you can either voice it this way, or if your hand's big enough, you can do. I love this voicing because it really fills out that low end. So we're just extending the chord to an interval of 1/10. Like I said, it requires a big hand. So we do that in the left hand, and in the right hand, I do that. So I'm playing the 7, 9, and the 11, really building a major chord, a D major. God is mighty, the Lord of God is omnipotent, the Lord our God, He is wonderful. All praises be to the King of Kings and the Lord our God. He is wonderful. So that's the second chord, the minor 11. Now there's another song that you can use this on. So it's not only just like worship soul songs. You can do it on even traditional gospel songs, you know. So we take this one, soon and very soon we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon we are going to see the King. Soon and very soon we are going to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are going to see the King. No more dying there, we are going to see the King. No more dying there, we are going to see the King. No more dying there, we are right here. And so right there again, I do another 7-3-6 via the minor 11. So whenever you hear that pattern, think, oh, I can use that chord there. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna work. All right, now let's look at the third chord, right? Now there are a lot of popular chords. I just picked 3 out of sort of the ones that you're most likely going to encounter a lot. The other one is the first inversion add 9 chord, right? And let's go back to salvation and glory, where I go, hallelujah, salvation and glory, honor and power unto, right here. Those walk-ups right there. I'm sure you've heard that movement before. It's a first inversion walk-up chord. So it's really a B flat add 9 in first inversion, meaning the third is in the root of the chord. But I use specifically this voicing. Third of the chord, root, the 9, the 5, that's it. Now if you want, you can double up the root, sort of beef up that right hand, but oftentimes I just drop that because I already have the root here. And then we're using the same voicing move up another time. It's the same voicing. Has a very unique sound, right? Right? And if you start going up in whole step, you have So it's a very unique sound, and I oftentimes do it when I'm going from the 5 back to the 1. So instead of da 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 da, salvation and glory, honor and power into the Lord our God. So instead of us do the straight 5 back to 1 to the Lord our God. All praises be to the King, right there again, of kings and the Lord our God. He is wonderful. So that's another spot, right? Always you can do those walk up. Now you can also do it going from 1 to a 4. So sometimes you might do, right? You might hear that F, right, to the 2, but then when we get to that 3, that same voicing. Third, root 9, 5. That same voicing. Another song you can do this on, or a song you hear the sounds like, say, never would have made it, right? Let's jump to the key of C. Never would have made it, no. Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see you were there for me here. Right? That's it. Never would have made it. Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all. Now I see you there for me, and I'm stronger, wiser, I'm better, and so on. So there's a lot of songs you can do those chord movements, and there's a lot of songs you're currently playing that you can directly apply these chord choices to. So that's it. First one again, that inverted dominant. Start playing around with it. Second one's that minor 11, that voicing, or that voicing played on the 7th degree of the scale. And then the other one, or the third one, is those minor chords. Major chords in first inversion. You can practice them walk-ups, 6, 7, 1. I'm thinking 6, 7, 1 in my head, even though really theoretically I'm playing 4 in first inversion, 5 in first inversion, but I just think 6, 7, 1 because of the bass, right? So it's a good thing to practice in whatever key you're in. You're in the key of C, you're in the key of B flat, right? You're in the key of E flat, you're in the key of F sharp. So you can sit there and just practice those voicing until you get comfortable with that sound. All right, so that's what I have for you guys today. Again, thanks for watching. Glad to have you here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like button if you like the content, and share this with someone you believe will find it helpful. Those things really go a long way in helping the channel. And if you're looking for a more structured approach beyond the scope of YouTube, I would highly recommend you check out Piano Lesson with Warren.com, which is my private membership program. So that's my URL right there. I've been teaching piano online since 2017, but I've really been teaching piano by ear for 20 years, right? 2017 launched this online program, and since then we've had probably about 13,000 students pass through the program from all over the world. And the goal is to help you learn gospel piano by ear. I don't teach notation, even though I can read music very well, but my goal, my plan is to be able to teach people how to play by ear effectively. So if that's something you want, and you want a structured program that helps you to do that in a step-by-step logical manner, check out Piano Lesson with Warren.com. Currently running a 7-day free trial where you get complete access to the program to browse around, check it out, click around, take some courses, see if it's something that's right for you. If not, that's completely fine. But I'm very confident that if you like what I have going on here on YouTube, you'll most likely like the program, because it just YouTube, but a lot deeper with structure and a lot more direct access to me. All right. And if you're looking for another video right here on YouTube that talk deeper about these gospel types of chords and how I use them, then check out this video right here. I'm going to link to one of those videos. All right. Until then, have a blessed week. I look forward to connecting with you. Take care.